So good morning, everyone. No response from online.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, so see, as of now, like we have been focusing more on like speaking and to some extent writing, okay, listening. But then today this class is, the name of, or you can say the session is about curating and perfecting communication. Okay. So what we are going to do is that I will be giving you a topic. So you have to choose any one topic. On that, you have to write your thoughts or, your assessment or your, whatever is your observation. And then you will be coming here and presenting that topic. Okay. The idea is to give you some extra knowledge from the same domain. So maybe to create a kind of cushion, like maybe in front of interviewer that, even beyond the topic that has been discussed in the classes. Okay. But definitely the topic is from the finance itself, but then with a different approach. And the second thing is that, based on your experience and based on your learning, what are the things that you have learned till date, and given a choice, how you are going to transfer that knowledge to other people, to maybe your juniors or maybe upcoming CBOP students or maybe youths around you in your college or at your workplace. Okay. So that is what we are going to do through this. So I will be giving you two topics. You have to choose any one, and then you have to create a speech on that particular topic, and that you have to present. Okay. Any question as of now? Anything that if you want to ask me?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Sajida, you want to say something?
No, I said no other questions.
Okay, no other question. Okay. So just give me a moment. I will get the topic for you. Okay, just a second. That's the topic. Now, then there is the second part of this activity is that when you are giving your presentation, at that moment, you will be, the speaker will choose any two person from the class, and those two persons have to give the feedback. So the idea is because if you don't know how to give feedback to somebody, then probably that will not be of any help. So the idea is that one person will be speaking and then that person will decide. So actually, I want the involvement of each and everybody in this particular activity. Now, there is a mechanism to give the feedback. There is a mechanism to give the feedback, and that mechanism that we follow is called as plus, minus, plus. What it means is that you will start with the positive point. Okay, you will start with the positive point of the speech, then you will come to the areas of improvement. So maybe you should have said like this, maybe your body language should have been like this information should have been presented like this, and then again you will end up your feedback with a positive note. But then yes, overall speech was good, your smile was fantastic, your involvement was great. You are getting my point? So even in your job or anywhere, if people ask you to give the feedback, you should follow this principle: plus, minus, plus. So with this, you come across as a very holistic person or holistic evaluator. It is not that you are focusing only on the negative aspect of the speech, rather you are giving the overall feedback. You are appreciating the good things, at the same time you are giving him to know that what are the areas of improvement. Okay, and the person who is taking that feedback, he will be also positive, that you have appreciated him for the good things, at the same time you have suggested him or her where is the areas of improvement. Okay, so this is the activity for the day. You can go through the two topics that we have discussed. I believe online students can see the topic.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So if there is anything, if there is any confusion, you can ask me. Else you can start preparing for this. So we are clear what we are going to do. You are going to choose any one topic. Then you are going to write. After that, you are going to come here and you are going to present. The presenter will be having a choice to choose any two person from the class, either online, offline. Okay. And those two people have to give the feedback. Then if there is anything that the speaker wants to say in return of the feedback, he will also be giving his point of view. Okay. Is that okay? So it's not a one-way evaluation, it's a two-way evaluation. So even we will see the quality of feedback as well, that how far, how deep, you are able to understand that topic. Is that okay, Manish? Manish naam hai aapka? Rohit Shinde. So clear? Anybody from online? Everything is clear? Any question?
Clear, sir.
Okay. So then let us start with this.
How much time we have to? How much time we have?
How much time you need?
Yeah.
It's not about the time. It's about getting the best out of you.
Okay.
So maybe if you feel that you should need, maybe, generally people take 20-25 minutes of time. If you feel like if you need 30 minutes, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Got it.
The idea is to, whatever the topic that you are going to present, you have to give your best. Is that okay? I want your thinking process in this particular activity, that how you are thinking, what is your take on the topics that we have discussed. Both the topics are equally important, and this activity that I'm going to do in the class is purely to build your confidence that maybe if anything that is being discussed beyond your subject or beyond your interview, you are capable enough to discuss something beyond the topic. Sajida. Sajida, is that okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
Payal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sneha?
Yes, sir.
Then who is there? Priyal?
Yes, sir.
Anjali, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Aditya?
Yes, sir, clear.
Rachna?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. From the class, any question? So how much time you need for this? What do you think?
25 minutes.
Yeah,
20
sir.
minutes.
20 minutes.
So we will start at 10:25. Okay. Take your time. And let me see that how best you can present, because I have seen on these both topics, I have seen more than 200 presentations. Okay. Even not 200, rather 300 plus. Let me see where you stand. I want to see that critical thinking approach in this both the topics. Okay. All the best. Online students, if there is any challenge, you can always speak or you can message in the chat box as well.
Okay. हेलो एवरीवन। आज क्लास है या नहीं है?
आज क्लास है।
क्लास है, क्लास चल रही है, एक्टिविटी दिया गया है, सब लोग प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं। आप आप पूछिए, आपको क्या पूछना है?
हेलो
हाँ, हेलो।
सर, लेट ज्वाइन किया है मैंने। जस्ट जस्ट मिनट।
तो आप क्लास में इंटरेक्ट करो, आप पता करो हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं। अगर वहां से आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं मिलती है तो डेफिनेटली मैं आपको हेल्प करूंगा।
ओके।
ओके। So online issuance, are you ready? Sajida, Sneha, Priyal,
Yes, sir.
Akshay. Okay, so
I'm still preparing, I think.
okay, Akshay. So because you have joined late, so take some time. In the meantime, should we start?
Yes, we can.
So you know what you have to do, right? You have to come here, you have to give the presentation, and then you will take the name of any two person from the class, and that person has to give you the feedback. Okay? Is that okay online?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So who is going to start? Yeah, you can refer to the notes just as a pointer, but don't don't start reading from the notebook. You can always refer to for some points. So who is going to start? A for you can be just near to the laptop so that they can also listen to you.
So, everyone, this is Anita. I'm here to share my views on the first topic that was given. Okay, so it's like
What is the topic?
Okay, so the topic name is India has been seeing an increase in the number of young investors investing in the stock market. Most youngsters are taking the risk. Okay, moving forward. And what are your 10 tips to these young investors? So I will be sharing my views on this. So already in today's modern times, you might have seen that the standard of living as well as the number of people who are existing in this India, it has been increasing. Right? As the people are increasing, the standard of living is increasing. So similarly, their savings and the expenses need to be focused, right? So the expenses are day by day increasing, which has inculcated the minds of the youngsters, not only the youngsters but also the old people, that you need to start an investment and saving so that you can spend on later on, maybe for the retirement or maybe some savings for the future, for children, for the family, everything. So this has this has helped the students as well as the youngsters, the working persons, to start this habit of saving. So today, if I look at the stock market, basically, if you see, it has been created a huge impact on the minds of all. So in this, if there was a survey which has been done, so in that survey, it has been noted that the age group of 18 to 29, as well as 25 to 30, in that 39% and 34% investment is done by this age group. That's moreover, half of the market share has been covered by this youngsters. So an increasing number of youngsters, they are directly investing in what equities, they are interested for long-term benefits. It may be for the future, maybe for the long-term plans which they are looking, but they are not looking for the tax saving purpose. Hardly you can see 15 to 24% people, means the youngsters who are looking for the tax saving purpose, but moreover they are looking for a long-term saving plan which should help them in the future, maybe for buying a house, maybe for future planning, family goals, everything. So in this, there has been the pandemic situation which has been there for the last 2 years, so which has affected the investment too. But this has also given a scope for the bank, that's the financial backers, which are there like HDFC, ICICI Bank. In this pandemic situation, also they have doubled their customers in investment. Why they have doubled? Because at that time, people were in the need of the funds. Right? At that time, funds were not available. So these banks, they were providing the funds, as well as that they were inculcating the customers to, they were making their mindset that you need to save. If you would have saved it before, today you would have got this situation. So this has created an impact, and they have doubled their customers in this pandemic also. So this has created the mindset of the youngsters that you have to save. Obviously, if a youngster is starting a saving at early age, his responsibilities are low, right? He has more capacity to take the risk. Even if something goes wrong, he can handle that risk, right? He has that time to cope up with that. So that is the basic thing that a youngster is thinking for going in stock markets and ready to take the risk. As well as that, As tips which I can give accordingly here is that you should look for the long-term purpose, not for the short-term. Short-term you can, but long-term if you go, there are huge scopes. You get a lump sum amount in the future, and you should have that long-term mindset. And second thing is that you should have that stability of mind. Day-to-day fluctuations will go obviously in the market, but you should have that I need to go for a long-term purpose. You should think wisely before investing. Small knowledge, little knowledge is also harmful. If you don't have proper knowledge about the market, you consult with a good brokerage companies. There are many companies, so you can go and have a word with them. And just keep it simple. It's not necessary if you want to start an investment, you have to go with the top level companies or something. You can start with a simple investment like SIPs, small investment which can help you. Keep it slow and then you can increase your pace. So these are the tips which I would give as a youngster. I would also prefer to start an investment soon. So thank you so much.
Feedback.
Mitali and you.
No. I'm out of the class. So one from online and one from offline. So Mitali and from online.
Priyal.
Okay, Priyal, go ahead.
Yes, I am here. So, shall I start?
No,
Shall
no,
I
you have to give the feedback.
Yes, that's what. Shall
Yeah,
I give the feedback?
So switch on your camera.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. So I heard the speech. It was really nice and very elaborative. So I loved those points where she gave an example of HDFC, like explaining a point with an example. That was a really nice point. So to convey your tips to the audience. So I really loved that point. But if I see in the points of opportunity where she could improve, it's like there were a lot of points, but she mostly focused on savings. So there were other good points also which she mentioned. So she could have elaborated those points more. But apart from that, everything was really nice. The way she gave the speech and the way she executed it, she had a smile on her face and she had eye contact with everyone. So that was really nice. So I really liked the way she gave the speech.
Very good.
Basically, she started by giving the background of the problem first, rather than starting with the tips. That was a good point.
Yes, very good.
She explained the current situation, not just theoretical thing, the pandemic situation.
Yes, very good.
The scope for improvement was like gestures more of it. She was explaining in a good way, but more gestures would have increased the involvement of us.
Okay.
And again, I would have to say expressions were great. And she did focus on hard terms. She explained in layman language, but which was understood by all of us.
That was in fact the highlight of her presentation, that she has kept it very simple and it was informative as well. So, good. Okay, next. Priyal, go ahead.
Okay, sir. I'll just on the video. Yes. So thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to express my thoughts on the increasing number of young investors today in India into the stock.
Yeah.
Am I? Yeah. Okay. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to express my thoughts regarding the increasing number of young investors in the stock market. So when we say the young youth of the country is the ultimate strength and their progress defines the strength of what will happen in the future. So our generation is well informed about what they exactly want in life, but they want in life, but don't take that opportunity to understand how to invest wisely into it. They should have a long-term vision for their investment and not just think about here and now. So being consistent is one more quality which they should have, where consistency is equally important as it is important to work. So this will ensure that they have the required amount of savings in future when they actually need it. Okay. So, and when you start investing at a young age, you get the benefit of taking a calculative risk and experimenting with your investment ideas. But you should also know that you should not keep an unrealistic expectation from your investment. Like any of your investment will not give you a 50 or an 80% return immediately on investing. So when you start investing, you should make sure that you do have a calculative risk, but you should be realistic about what will you get in return from those investments. Further, as I move, so I also believe diversifying your portfolio is also important when you start investing. So this will help you to reduce the risk in your portfolio. So as in when, if in future, if the markets go volatile, so your portfolio won't crash. So you will get that opportunity to lift up your portfolio. If you have diversified your investment, the portfolio will help you that to reduce your risk. Further, as we Indians are very emotional, and the stock markets all do fluctuate due to this emotional sentiment, but investors should make sure that they do not get into the trap of investing with an emotion. So if you think that there is a high possibility if a stock would go up only on the assumption that the stock did well in the past, it should not happen that you go and invest it into it now. You should make sure that you follow the trend and you research about it and then go ahead and invest in these. Further, I also think the young youth today is about socializing. So whenever you socialize with people, you make sure that you link with such people, or you connect with people that give you more information about the stream and about the field in which you are trying to invest, so that you have the required knowledge and the required resources before you put in your hard-earned money into it. Further, I think that these are the factors which should be kept in mind while building your investment portfolio, which will help you to create a good wealth in the future comfortably. You should always remember, in the end, I would like to conclude with it that you should always remember that the key to financial success does not depend on the market performance, but on a sound financial decision that you make to invest in it every day. Thank you.
So, name the person who is going to give you feedback from online as well as offline. Or only online?
Okay. If offline, then I would suggest Mitali, and for online, Sneha.
Okay, Sneha, go ahead. Switch on your camera and go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I really liked the way she presented, like she was too into the topic and very accurate. Like she did proper research and all before stating her points. And the way she concluded her speech with a financial knowledge, like I really liked her expressions, her facial expressions, and the way she communicated her speech, delivered her speech.
No. What are the areas of improvement?
Like she was more into the book rather than focusing on the camera. The reason is because like we just narrated our speech and yeah, it's okay, we can understand, but there was less eye contact, I think. But that's it. But overall, everything was great.
So will you invest? Will you invest 1 month of salary based on Priyal's advice? Then what is the good in her speech then? If you are not willing
So
to invest.
No, the way she narrated her speech, like there was a confidence in her
So
speech.
you are okay with you are okay with the way that she has narrated, but you are not okay with the content or the advices that she has
No,
given.
the content was great. It was good. What was the minus point in her was she referred to her book, like she didn't made an eye contact with the camera.
No, that's
She was
okay.
mostly
That's okay. So my question is very different. My question is that she has given you some tips. Okay.
Yeah.
Based on those tips, are you willing to invest your 1 month salary? My question is this.
Not 1 month, but yes, definitely half of my salary. I'll follow her steps and invest.
Okay, so Priyal, please send your account number to her. She's going to transfer. Is that okay?
I'll definitely make sure that she doesn't lose her money and invest accordingly.
So, like Sneha, and I mean, like everyone, whoever is there in the class, see, the idea is, it's not about just giving that feedback. It's okay. I mean, we have to be good. We have to be positive in the feedback. But that is more of when you are outside of the class. See, in this class, I want you to be critical. Because see, if we can give some critical suggestions to Priyal or Mithali or Anita, whoever, Sneha, at least you will ponder upon those points and maybe you can go back and you can, re-study, or maybe you can again do some kind of research. But the idea is, so here we should not have any kind of ego or anything. The idea is that if I am saying that, no, all the points were great. So then my question is that, are you willing to give even half of the salary to Priyal to invest? And if the answer is no, it means you are not satisfied with the content. You are simply saying yes. Okay. And that should not be the approach. So I think Priyal will not take it to her heart. If anything, if you are suggesting her, because this is just for improvement. This is just for improvement. And I don't know, but most of you come from some good top colleges and all, but trust me, we have really invested a lot of time in designing all these activities. And I can vouch for this, that, once you complete this course and once you go out of this Amaticus, you will really see that the soft skills, the kind of difference this particular course has created in your life. Nobody does such activities in the class. They will just come, focus, do this, speak like this and that. But then apart from those communication activities or everything, I'm also working hard to prepare you on the basis of certain things where if you get an opportunity, maybe your few points will make the difference in the life of your other colleague there in the office. That, hey, how Priyal can suggest me such good points as far as investment is concerned, from where you got to know, So the idea is to bring the different facets of your personality, your knowledge, in such a way that wherever, if you are speaking for 5 minutes or 6 minutes, people will get impressed. Yesterday, I had one student who has come here, and I mean, he's working with AXA. And what he told me that, sir, like one thing, I mean, though we have learned many things from you, but that one thing which has made difference in my life is the ability to ask questions. He's working on some alliance or some business name he was giving me, and the owner sits in Australia. He is visiting in the next week, and he had said that I want to meet this guy. Just recent joined guy, just being in the system for 2.5 months, and the owner wants to meet this guy because in the town hall he has asked him certain questions which has given a view to that particular owner or the director that he has a very different approach towards the things. So there has been a lot of effort. There has been a lot of effort in creating all these activities. It has been tried and tested. On our own, we have approached all these people, we have taken their feedback, and then we have prepared this. It is not that simply we have taken the help of Google or so and so, and we have created all these activities. So there has been a lot of thought, there has been a lot of science behind this. I expect each one of you to participate, give your best, and the result will be there for you to see. Okay. So very good, Priyal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And from offline, you were supposed to do. Yeah. So continue.
But I lost the connect in between. It should have been a little bit of interactive conversation as you said.
Yes, yes.
And because of online, I think eye contact was missing. I couldn't connect because of that. And the plus point was like she explained everything properly. The concepts were good. I could understand everything. Just that little point.
So Priyal, you know, somewhere in between, Mithali has lost. I mean, not Mithali, even each one of us has lost that connect with you. So because see, generally this is the challenge with online. So when you are in online, no, when you are going to present anything, you need to be conversational. So maybe you need to something like yesterday we had learned. So raise your hands if you have a emotional mother. Raise your hand if you have a cool dad. You know, raise your hands if so, something like this. So maybe, you know, maybe that's something which was missing in this speech. But then I will not blame you, or I will not take it as a negative point because you are in online mode. But then going further, this is the future. So you need to prepare yourself in a way that even in online also, you can have the same kind of involvement that we generally get in offline classes. Okay?
Yes, sir. I'll keep these points in mind and accordingly prepare next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Okay. So Sneha, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sneha Madhi Reddy. The topic I have selected for today's speech is India has been seeing an increasing number of young investors investing in stock market, and what are the 10 tips to this young investors? Like in today's era, Indians' young generations are more interested in getting fast and maximum returns within a span of less than 1 year. The main reason is this is why most of the traditional methods of investing, like investing in fixed markets, has lost their pace. Like because if one is investing in fixed deposits, like they have to wait for up to 3 to 5 years in order to gain their returns, and also the return which they are receiving is not much as compared to the one which we are investing in the stock market. This may be one of the reasons why today's generation are more interested in investing in stock market rather than in fixed deposits or in traditional methods of investing. And another reason is according to an report which was conducted, it has been seen that many of the investors have been investing millions of rupees in stock market, especially in the pandemic era. Like these youngsters have came to know about the advantage or about the power of saving because of the pandemic situation. So they started they started and are seeking to earn more profits in short period of time. Like though there is a risk in losing money in stock market, they find it more easy and convenient way of earning income. Like they can sell their stocks or shares as and when they require funds or short-term liquidity. Here are the 10 tips according to me for today's young investors. Like always do your proper research. Like do not focus on what other people are saying, like invest in this stock or invest in that stock. Do not listen to what other people are saying, and instead do your research thoroughly, and after doing your research, invest it. Set your objective, like whether you want short-term funds or long-term funds. Accordingly, do invest in those stocks. only, like and set your limit, like how much amount you want to invest, like 5,000, 10,000, set your limit. Don't go beyond that, or don't come below that. Like set your limit, and also the risk level which you are willing to bear, like set your risk limit, like 10,000 is my limit, then that's it, I have to withdraw from this stock then and there. Set your limit, and before buying any stock, analyze the company as well as the industry well. Like is the industry doing well in the economy or not? Will there be any rise in the stock of the prices in future or not? Do a thorough research. Always diversify your portfolio with high and low risk stocks. Like whenever you feel that your portfolio is in red, there has to be some stocks which will help you to cover up your risk in all. Be patient. It may happen, like you may come across a time where your portfolio or your stocks are going down, like the portfolio is in red. Be patient. Like stock market is one market where there always will be ups and downs. So one day or on another, your stock will for sure will come up. Be an active investor. Always be an active investor. So see your news, go through your news, everything, and also only invest in those funds which you are confident about and which you have knowledge about, and which industry you have knowledge about. That's it. Thank you, sir.
And feedback?
From online, I would suggest Rachna, and from offline, Mithali.
Mithali is done. All our the points are exhausted. So we'll have Anita from offline, and then Rachna from online. So Rachna, please go ahead.
Hello. Yes, sir, I'm visible.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Okay, so Sneha, overall speech was good, but the areas of improvement that I feel like you were into your book, and the points were not that much relevant from my perspective. You must have added some practical points, and your speech delivery was very good. Eye contact was very good, and the way you concluded was also very good. So the area of improvement is the relevance of point.
Very good. Anita.
So from my side, it was good, but the way she was delivering all that speech was very good. But one thing which I felt which should improve, that there was an explanatory. So I feel that if she gets on that, it was all good. But one more thing is, I felt that it moreover it was like theoretical part. And so it was not communicational thing. There were right or something like question mark or the face thing. So I felt that it can be more conversation. From my side,
Overall, it was good. So you got the points, Sneha?
I was not able to hear what Anita told.
So Anita was telling that, like overall it was good, but then maybe probably you were more into your books than into that speech delivery. Yeah. The second thing what she's saying is that there was a lot of exclamatory remarks like so that was something, right? So that was there. But then like now I have gone through maybe 1 and then 4 or 3 from online. So see, Sneha, till now the Anita's speech was great. She has given a background, like she has talked about pandemic. She has talked about the dynamics that why people are investing in the market. So maybe that she had set up that context. So that was something which was very positive, which has been missing in other speeches that what I see. She has talked about one very great point, and that was that she has talked about brokerage houses, that even if you are not confident, you can take the help of people to invest your money. So you really no need to be self-sufficient in that way from knowledge perspective, that then only you can invest. So that was a great point. But then if people like Sneha or maybe Priyal or those who are coming to speak now, nobody is talking about the role of technology. Now, how technology has enabled. So maybe if you decide now, in next half an hour, you can start investing money. Not even in half an hour, but definitely in next one day, you can start investing, because it's just a click of button that you can open a GMAT account, you can upload your documents, and then, you know, they will do some kind of approval, and within 24 hours. Earlier, it used to take 15 days to months time, right? So nobody is talking about that role of technology. Then see, whenever you are suggesting something, now it is very easy to say that, you know, you should know the stock or you should know about the company. We all know that it is not that possible thing, or it is not that easy thing at least. So maybe, you know, people like you, when you are talking, you should give some tips. So maybe you can refer to this book. This is a very handy book. It will take maybe 4 hours or 5 hours to finish this book, but then the kind of knowledge you will get. So that recommendation has to come from your side. Maybe you can recommend some YouTubers who are nowadays, I believe that one lady, Rachna Rana Day is there. Then there is that one Maheshwari is there, someone, or maybe, I mean, you know, there are a lot of people. So maybe, see, the moment you suggest, it means that you have invested your time in those books or those people. Right? So in a way, you are elevating your personality, or maybe you are elevating yourself when you suggest something, right? So that kind of thing was, or definitely was missing. Especially I was expecting from Sneha, because you are a working professional, you are an intelligent girl. So I was expecting these kind of points. See, theoretically, it's okay that do not put all your money in the same basket, this and that. These are a theory. But then what is that logic that, okay, maybe I was expecting a point like, you know, so maybe taking any example, how you are going to define the young investor. So she talked about 24 to 25 years. So she was giving a clear demarcation. So maybe myself at the age of 38, I can also be a young investor, no? But maybe my scope of investment is entirely different than yours, because you all are individual personalities, you all have your own goals. But then maybe I'm a family person, I have my own share of expenses and all. Then what kind of advices you can give it to me, right? So maybe before going, you should define that I'm going to talk about the people who are in the age bracket of maybe 20 to 24. See, because in India, even at the age of 55, you are called as young people. Okay, so we really need to define that young. So what, according to Sneha, is that young person? So maybe Sneha will say that, no, the more of my suggestions will be with the people who are in the age bracket of 24 to 30, for example, like, and then probably maybe you will get more relevance, because then you have defined your target audience. So that will be of great thing. Then nobody has talked about like what was the scenario 2 years back and what is the scenario. So for example, in the year 2021, October, November and September, and especially this October and November has been the highest Demat accounts has been opened in India. So maybe you should come with such numbers. When you say these numbers, people get a lot of confidence. Oh, it means this much people are investing. It means I can also invest, right? So when you say that, you know, that India has a year on year, the growth of Demat account is 18%, 20%, just whatever it may be. I don't know, but that is something you need to find out. Any speech, any suggestion, if you do not have numbers, it is of no impact, right? And then maybe you can say like pre-COVID, this was like maybe only 4 crore people were investing in the share market. During the COVID and post-COVID, this has gone up to 16 crores. Now this is a huge number, right? So I was looking at these things from that perspective, because you are giving 10 tips to the young investors. Now in those 10 tips, you have to motivate them. you have to give them this confidence that your money is safe. And how you can give this confidence, that belief, because of those numbers, that this is how it was, now this is what it is. So maybe they will get, maybe you should have assumed. So maybe if you are getting a salary of X amount, so maybe 10% you should invest in debt kind of instruments. Maybe 15% you should have invested in equity kind of, maybe. So then only you make the difference. No, otherwise, तो मतलब इंडिया में तो सलाह कोई भी दे सकता है भाई. तो सड़क वाला जो ड्राइवर बैठा है, जो चाय बना रहा है, वो बताएगा कि नहीं भैया आपको इतना पैसा इसमें डाल दो, हो जाएगा. But then the science, you should talk about the science. Okay. And when you talk like this, then actually you make the difference. Then people will follow you on LinkedIn. They will message you, Sneha ma'am, can you help me? Like I can save 5,000 per month. So in a year, I have a cushion of 60,000. What are the tools that I should invest? And then maybe you can say, okay, so you can invest in this particular stock or this and that, so on and so forth. You are getting my point? I hope I'm not too critical.
No, yes, sir. Understood.
So that is what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sneha.
Thank you, sir.
I have said too much. Huh? Okay.
Sorry, sir. Thanks.
See, my only objective is that as a trainer, I believe in personalized learning. So my expectations from each one of you is different. And unless you are meeting that expectation, I will be guiding you. That is what is my job, or that is what I believe in. Okay. So when you are someone who is working with BNY, when you will be going to upgrade yourself for a better job or a better package or a better profile, you need to have that critical approach.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. So Mitali, please come. I really wanted to give my feedback in the end, but then I could not stop myself. Yeah, you can come, please. Yeah.
I'll be speaking on the first topic, that is, India has been seeing an increase in number of young investors investing in stock market, and I'll be giving some tips for the young investors. So we have seen a significant increase in the young investors since the COVID pandemic. Youngsters were not much aware about investing into stock markets or investing into any type of.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt, but we are not able to hear her.
Okay, so maybe you can come a little closer and you can speak. Yeah, I will just move. Yeah,
So I'm please.
Yeah.
So we have seen a significant increase of young investors, like from post-pandemic. Pre-pandemic, there was not much knowledge between the youngsters about investing into the stock markets or various type of securities. At the time of pandemic, we saw financial crunches. Then the people between the age group of 20 to 28, we can say, who started earning recently or who had savings, they started to invest into stock markets to get the returns as and when they needed. There are some tips I would like to give to the investors as they are in initial stage of investment. First thing I would like to say is educate yourself first. It is very important to know the basics of stock markets, to know in which company we should invest, to know how to read the financials of the stock market. It is very obvious that not everyone can know how to do it. There are various channels from where you can know, such as books, websites, YouTubers. There are very good YouTubers who are teachers or into stock markets since from many years, like Rachna Ranade ma'am, we can say Pranjal Kamra, or books such as Investopedia, or we can even refer to books to the people who have written the books who were into the stock market since a young age. And even there are various websites we can refer to do the fundamental analysis, as we can't, many youngsters don't know. So there is Chittorgarh, where we can know the basics of IPO. We can refer to it. The second thing I would like to say, it is an advantage for the young investors now. They have a long runway to invest. Even if you face the losses, we can recover from it. You can recover from the setbacks. You can spread your risk while investing. Don't go for a stock, to buy a stock or to buy huge bulk of stocks of a company. Invest into various companies by gaining the background of the companies, and then even if you said you get a loss of one company, there are other companies to mitigate the loss. The next thing I would like to say is you can invest into the companies who pay regular dividends, so that even if you face the loss in other companies, you will be having regular returns to the dividends. If you are unable to invest by yourself, there are various brokers or agents. You can go through them, invest through them. We need to pay some brokerage or commission, but it's always beneficial to go to them if you can't do it. If you want to do it by yourself, you can go to online brokers like Zerodha, Upstocks, or like Angel Broking. Next, I would like to say, don't get carried away by the high returns. What do you say? Young investors, we get carried away by if we get a high return on particular stock, we tend to invest more into it. It is a speculative market. We can't say like today we got a high return, tomorrow we can't face the loss. We can surely face the loss. Better diversify your portfolio. Your portfolio should consist of various assets giving high returns, medium returns, and low returns. Or we can say high risk, medium risk, or low risk. I would like to say a stock market is full like a roller coaster with highs and lows. In the end, I would like to say that start slowly, then pick up the pace, but before educate yourself. Thank you.
Feedback.
From online, Rohit. Online, Sajida.
Okay. Sajida, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Overall, when she started, she said one word: educate yourself. That is very, very important in a stock market. So in the speech as well, she has converted very well. She also mentioned that, as you said, that we have to say that, that books, refer the books and YouTubes and everything. So she have converted her speech and all. So only one point is, only one point I can say that she had looked at book. So that is fine. That even I can also, if I were you, then I can also see the book and all. So it's good.
She's a good speaker.
ये ऑफिस में भी ऐसे रहता है ओके इसको थोड़ा कर लिए जाओ take it to some good place you will see the world and you can speak. Why? We are not going to judge you. We will give you the feedback.
Including many points in scripts, and which is the good eye contact.
Yeah, very good.
I saw about detail with she and the points of the online websites like Screener, Chittergarh.
That's very good. That's very good. And, at least she has talked about investor period. So maybe if we are willing, we can go to the market, we can buy that book and we can start reading this. At least everything has been very specific. Area of improvement. Area of improvement Hindi बोल area of improvement.
वो सोचकर बोलते हैं.
अच्छा
अच्छा CSB very good. Please come. So you no need to think this much. We are here in the class. You see your friend from office. So we are here to support, right? You are not going to criticize it. Never. Don't make fun of it. Yes.
So hello everyone, I am Rohit. I am speaking about the stock market. Why instead investing the money in investment banking? Money in the stock market. The first point is the main reason of the youngster investing in money. So I standing in my the group in the school, the office, and any other places. So experienced people comes in and talking about the stock market details. So stock market details. The talking about stock market details. So youngster will be कि ये तो easy है. तो ये तो अभी मतलब 2 दिनों में पैसा डबल ऐसा ही कोई भी बोल रहा सब एक्सप्लेन करता है कि मैं इतना कर रहा हूँ मैं इतना मतलब ये कर रहा हूँ राइट लेकिन but they not all details tell about कि मेरा इतना लॉस हुआ है मैं इतना मतलब ये हुआ है right and the positive risk taking which about learning the first is the youngster के पास time बहुत रहता है right so one of the biggest upside young investor to take risks to fact that they have time to their side to invest the money to take that trade तो अगर लॉस होता है उसका मनी का तो रिकवर करने के लिए टाइम है तो बैटरी से तो कभी ना कभी जो भी स्टॉक रहेगा वो कभी ना कभी इक्विटी ऊपर ही जाएगा and second point is funds so youngster will invest lesser amounts as well the earlier in career will be saving a good chunk अगर youngster के पास मतलब तो मतलब youngster will invest a lesser money so saving their money for about career and this second risk it is more worthwhile for young investor to take our risk investment they have time or their side for risk payoff same जैसे कि उनके पास टाइम है तो रिस्क भी ले सकते हैं कोई स्टॉक्स है अभी जैसे कि अडानी चल रहा है कि अडानी कि अभी उनका मार्केट लो है लेकिन कभी ना कभी ऊपर जाएगा जैसे पहले था राइट एंड स्टडीज अबाउट कि youngster investor more time for the studies studies have been shown in why young investor take more risk their returns when compared to experienced investor or later and the probability of making a profit or loss nears closer or to 50-50 अगर वो इन्वेस्ट करेंगे जो भी अमाउंट उनकी इन्वेस्ट करेंगे तो उनके पास टाइम है कि जो भी लॉस ही नहीं होगा 50-50 रहेगा and the last point is they have one the scientific point is a small brain structure known as the amygdala the structure of brain is control emotions कि young investor के पास मतलब small brain रहता है राइट तो उनके पास है कि इमोशनल कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं राइट मनी रिलेटेड एंड लास्ट पॉइंट इज कि यंगस्टर में ट्राई करना चाहिए कि फिक्स डिपॉजिट करना चाहिए या तो एसआईपी में इन्वेस्ट इन एसआईपी
फीडबैक
अनिता
lack of communication he is not able to present the knowledge and I want his improvement you want to improve the gesture of to you present yourself overall it's good involvement suddenly his participation is good he has taken the efforts to have a speech and that is good. The confidence he is building up, so that is good. And second thing which he needs to improve first, as she said, the gesture part, the way he should stand, the way he should move his hands and everything. That thing. And second thing, he has the knowledge, but the only thing is he needs to improve on the words, how he needs to communicate that to the people. And the second thing, there is nothing to fear. No one is going to do it. So just have that confidence that you know everything.
आपको वो टाइगर नहीं दिख रही?
Yeah.
टाइगर मतलब आपके ऊपर अटैक कर देगा, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है, तो फिर बोलो ना, ठीक है?
He has knowledge, but
You have knowledge, and let me tell you that he will be among first 5 people to get placed in this batch. अगर इस बैच में अगर 5 jobs आ गए तो एक इसका रहेगा, that is sure. You have that man, okay? Please. Yes. आप क्या मतलब फिर यहाँ से जाने को क्या करते हैं? What do you do after this class and all? You are trading also in the market? Yes. Okay. Then you should have given some more points, no? Okay. Why you are so shy? You should express yourself. If you are making money with your help, if I can make some money, it's good or bad. Help me also to make some money. Right? Very good. Okay, next. So I had given you that I had given you, but I mean that's what. So you were very specific. Even if you ask me for the feedback, I will say, in a way, what when you were speaking or when he was speaking, what I was getting in my mind is that maybe you should take one example. Example in the sense, suppose an X person who is of 25 years, if he is investing this much money every month, so over a period of time this much, even if we assume as the minimum return at this %, so he will be having a corpus of this much. So the moment you explain this journey, people get motivated or they become very positive about this particular activity, that yes, yeah, this is the power of investment. So maybe we are saying everything, but that the power, that visualization of that, the final impact of that investing, we should also display that, right? So maybe if you take this example, that age of 25, if you are investing for suppose 20 years, this much money, even if we assume that you are getting 8.9% of return annually, then you will be having this much of money. Now with this much of money, you can do this. Now there is a big debate going on where people are saying that, you should not buy a home if you have to get it financed. And they have their own calculations for this. Even if you are paying this much EMI and if you are paying this much of rent, then there is a lot of comparison, and ultimately they are saying that it's not worth to buy a house of 65 lakh and 70 lakhs with this much of money, because you end up paying this much. But by the time if you are saving this much and if you are investing that, you will be asset free. Okay, at the same time, you will be having this much money into your account with which you can do anything. Right? So there is a lot of debate going on. So maybe we need to look at the things from that perspective. So if you take this example that this much money into this much time and this much, so this is what you will get. So that is something we should have added. Okay. Anyway, Aditya Chavan, are you there? Aditya? Aditya Chavan? Shivanjali?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, am I visible?
Not yet. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have selected first topic, which is related to the investment of the youngster in the stock market increasing nowadays. First of all, stock trading is a thrive market now. Every youngster want to increase their level of income, and online trading is a most profitable business nowadays. And survey reveals that today's youngster is very analytic, responsive, and sorry, online trading is the most profitable business nowadays. And survey reveal that a young generation is very analytic, quick, and responsive to the market changes, and the majority of the youngsters want to invest in the trade like options and futures and option. And it shows that there is a need to create awareness among the youngsters or the investors that the profitability as well as risk involved in the options, futures, and tradings, because there is a no guaranteed profit. And guaranteed profit when you buy, which make the stock one of the most risky investment. When owning some stock in the different companies help you to build your saving, protect your money from the inflation and taxes, minimizes and increase your other income from the investment. And before making investment in any company, you have to analyze the fundamental analysis of the company. That is, how company is going, what was the company's last 3 previous year profit, what is the company's future plans, and then after you have to invest in that. And invest in that. In the recent pandemic, the survey attributed the key finding to the increased financial literacy couple with a pandemic, which has led to stay price in the investor community, especially among the investors. Nearly 76% of the respondents are first-time investors, and 69% have been investing for the less than the 1 year. Investors who have been in market for the over 5 years for just a 5.7%. And see, for that, first you have to educate yourself with the basics of the stock exchange, understand the stock market, how it works. And if you are confused and you are not getting exactly how to trade, then you can take the help of the brokers, which can help you to make a money. Your risk profit, analyze your risk profile, your investment goal. And mostly young investor would invest in the diversified portfolio or the index fund of the small cap stocks. Choose stock of the established company, that is a listed company, which is a more secure than the other investing in other companies. And choose when someone is going to invest for the first time, should try from the investment in the mutual fund, because these are risky. There are trustee who give there are trustee who make our fund with low risk. There is a no risk that like other companies. There are trustee in other companies. We have to trade with our knowledge, and there is a trustee who will help you to give a more benefit than others. And mutual funds such as a UTI mutual fund, SBI mutual fund, HDFC mutual funds. And lastly, I would like to conclude that create investment roadmap. Like point A, where you are financially right now, and point B, where you want to end up. That's it. Thank you.
What about the feedback?
Who is remaining offline? I don't know.
So we have Rohit.
Okay.
Should you give the feedback? Yeah, give her the feedback. Shivanjali.
It's a good switch to make many points, including it's like mutual funds, including the youngsters में उसमें इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, उनके
फॉर्मलिंग बहुत करते हैं. अच्छा, okay. From online, Shivanjali.
Sneha.
Okay, Sneha, are you there?
Yes, sir. The way she started was a bit off. Like she direct started it without giving like head points and all, and she continued only one pace during the entire speech. Even she used lots of exclamation marks. Like she got stuck in between. Overall, and the content which she provided was okay, but not so accurate. Like we cannot fully depend on her content. Like only 25% is what I got to understand from her speech, and that's it. But the overall speech was good. Only she carried the same pace throughout the speech. The content was just 25% satisfying. That's it.
So, like Shivanjali, and I mean, again, to the entire class, nobody is talking about the international factors. Okay. So maybe, I don't know, but somewhere I read that, our NSE is one of the biggest derivatives trading or something like this, so maybe you should bring those figures that the amount is getting transacted on these NSE or BSE on a daily basis, and how we are doing as far as the international market is concerned. So maybe you should have talked about not only NSE. I mean, nobody has anyway talked about NSE, BSE, but you should have talked about NSE, BSE at the same time. NASDAQ, there is something called in London Stock Exchange as well. Maybe, so maybe at least 2 or 3 sentences we should have dedicated to the international market as well, because see, in today's time, it is not purely a domestic factor that is going to affect the market. I believe that entire world has come on a single platform. So even if anything happens in any corner of the world, that has a more or less impact on the market. For example, as of now, Russia and Ukraine war is going on. So how it is impacting the market? Then specifically, again, when Shivanjali was speaking, one point that came to my mind was like, I remember, if I am correct, this Titan stock, that is started somewhere around 200 or something like this, or 100 something it is started, but today it is trading at 2,300 rupees. Okay, so from 100 some rupees to 2,300 rupees, that journey. So probably, maybe you should have taken some examples like this, that this is what is the result of having a patience in the particular stock or maybe in the market. Now, yesterday I was going through a debate on this CNBC, and there was one Mr. Prashant from some owl fintech, and he said that, like these young investors are very impatient. People are taking their money out just with some sort of looking at some sort of fall in the market. So you cannot be that impatient when it comes to the market. You have to be invested for a longer period of time to actually gain that benefit. And they had some figures which they were discussing that, this is how they are going out, and that's why there is a lot of impact on the market, because they have just all come in with the flow, and now they are going with the same flow. So probably Indian investor need to be a little mature as far as the market is concerned. This is what he said in the discussion. So maybe on the same line, if we can give some examples, like for example, as I have given you this Titan, how they started and where they are as of now. So maybe if you give some examples, it justifies the content and the suggestions that you are actually giving. So you are giving one point of suggestion and at the same time one example with this. Again, one point and one example with this. So actually the listeners get a clarity. They get clarity that, okay, so this is what I will be doing, and this will be the impact of what I will be doing. So then I will be in a better position to take a decision whether I should go ahead with this or not. Okay, so maybe that kind of thing we should have done in the speech. Okay, Shivanjali?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Let us take a break. We'll come back by 12 and then we'll start. Okay. So we have Aditya, Rachna, and Sajida. Yeah. So we'll start at 12.
Hi, my name is Radha Kalare. Today I am discussing the topic India has been seeing on increasing in the number of young investors investing in the stock market. Most of young investors are taking the risk and moving forward. What are your 10 tips to these young investors? Higher people are willing to invest in fixed deposits to keep their money safe, but today's generation is not willing to keep their money to invest in fixed deposit because of law of interest. Young generation believe to invest their money in stock market because of high rate of interest in short term and young investors want to earn money in short term with high interest rates. That's why India has seen the increase in the number of young investors in the stock market. According to me, investing mostly in futures and options in intraday transactions to earn money in short term period. But this is risky and lost their hard money. My point is to young investors invest their money to equity of companies and startups of the companies to give opportunity to new business entrepreneurs to expand their knowledge and expand their business. A young investor should learn the basic knowledge as well as fundamental analysis through online and YouTubers like a Skrilla and Investopedia and YouTubers like Krishna Ranade ma'am and young investors are more passionate to invest the earn money, but they are not satisfied with what they are achieved, and they are not patience. They are not patience in the stock market to earn money and lose money depend on your decision skills. Young investors have patience and satisfied with what they achieve. In today's scenario, in the stock markets, most of market makers manipulate the stocks and earn maximum profits. The young investors and retail investors prevent their hard money and invest their money according to their knowledge. If they are not able to acquire their knowledge because of day-to-day life, they also approach the stockbrokers and investment bankers to manage their portfolio. And the young investors should invest their money in the government securities like sovereignty bonds and mutual funds like SIPs to hedge their losses. In the stock market, the losses is unlimited. People are lost their hard money in stock market and also earn the money. And there is a one option to young investors to secure their money in government securities and mutual funds. There are long-term investors. People are investor like 10 years because of a company wants to money to raise their capital and expand their business, acquire the funds to expand their knowledge.
Okay. Feedback.
Feedback, Rachna and Rohit.
Okay, Rachna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I want to say that the speed was little bit high for me. That it don't seem to be two-way conversation. It was like she is delivering a speech and not like conveying something. Firstly, and secondly, content should have some practical application.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Offline.
Speech, I want many points in including it's a YouTuber names, the Investopedia, books names, and the most important point is young investor want to hire money in short times. It's a big point. And last is she's a big point is she's repeat the words in the speech.
Okay.
So
Very good. Okay, now I think from online we have Sajida and Rachna. Rachna, please go ahead.
Sure, sir. So good morning, everyone. I have chosen the first topic, that is tip for the young investors. First of all, I want to let you know that 58% of the young investors tend to invest nowadays. Firstly, I believe that for giving someone suggestion or tips, we should have a deep knowledge about the topic. So let's have a quick look what exactly investment means and how we can be pro in that. Talking about the investment, we say that it is an activity by which investor intend to earn profit. Many of us know various methods of investment, but very few of us are professional in it. So let's have a quick look what tips we can have or we can give to the one who is intent to invest and earn profit. Moving forward, first tip I want to lever is avoid short-term tradings. It is seen that short-term investors have unrealistic expectations about growing their money, which most of the time tend to fail. It always always take a look for medium or long-term investment. Secondly, try a stock stimulator. Now you must have been wondering what the stock stimulator is. Stock stimulator is basically act like a similar stock market, but we deal in a virtual money. That is not the exact money, it is the virtual money. So it help in to mitigate our loss and to have an idea of what actually stock market is. Now, moving forward, let us talk about setting the goals. For investing in the market, we must have set a goal. For example, serving a goal which give you clarification for the time which you want to invest, the amount which you want to invest, and most important, the venue at which you want to invest. Moving forward, you must select the company which we came across day-to-day life, not the company which we never heard of, but it's earning so much profit. That's not practical. For example, if we came across Dairy Milk, Nestle, Patanjali, all this company we use in our day-to-day life, which we know not even if the company is not doing that much, it will not fall so early. So it will be in a good state that we are not even a loss. Even though we are not earning profit, but we are in no profit, no loss situation. Third, for intermediaries. Intermediaries basically are the ones who help us for trading. For example, Zerodha can be one of the intermediaries, angel broking. We can take help of them. Moving forward, diversify your investment. For example, I have 10,000 rupees. So I'll try to invest in many companies, not in single company. That means if I have a loss in one company, I will be not in a full loss situation. It will some other company will mitigate that loss for me. Now, use stop loss. A stop loss is a pre-decided target that you can place on an order to restrict losses beyond the point. For example, I have set a limit for stop loss of rupees 2,000. That means if my share go beyond this price, it will be automatically sold and I will not have a loss more than 2,000. So it can also be a one positive point. Last and most important point, that don't overflow your emotions. One thing that we tend to see in many youngsters, that they get attracted towards highly profitable company. They have their emotions that we gonna earn more profit by this company, so go for this company, which fail in future. So be practical and don't go for don't let your emotion come between your trading. Now, be careful about leverage. Leverage means the borrowed money which you are investing in the stock. Like, always be prepared for the amount which you will be able to mitigate after you get a loss. For example, if today I have 5,000 rupees, I should have a mentality that if I lost 5,000 rupees, I am able to convert it again in my profit. So that is the leverage amount. One thing I want to share about my personal experience is that a few months back, I bought a share of SBI for rupees 480 each share. And 2 months ago, the price fall and it goes up to 420 rupees. Now, what should I have done? I should have been panicked that I am in a loss of 60 rupees per share. But I bought some more shares of SBI. You must be wondering why I did that. Because I knew that even if the price right now is falling, but in future it gonna be hike, not 500, not 520, but at least it will be 480, I'm sure. So I bought some price, and today the SBI share is at 520 rupees. So the moral of the story is that there is no standard procedure for investing in market. You should customize your investment according to you and mitigate your loss according to you. Don't follow anyone. Be your own investor, be your own owner. You know how much you can suffer, you know how much you can earn. So invest according to that. One thing at last I want to share that I followed one YouTube channel called as Pranjal Karma, which have 10 million plus subscriber. So you can follow for tips. It is best for beginners. So yeah, this all are the tips which I want to give to the beginners. Thank you.
Okay, feedback.
Sir, for online, maybe Sneha, and from offline, I don't know the name, so maybe Mitali or Anita.
Okay. Sneha, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hi, Rachna. I really liked how you conveyed the overall speech. Like it was up to point. Like whatever speeches I heard today, yours was overall the most top of it. Like really liked it. And as far as I know, I really think there are no improvements. Like you don't need any improvements. Like you were like cut to short, concise in your speech, and like cut short and sweet and accurate it was. Like nothing, no need to improve anything.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sneha.
Thanks.
Mitali?
I really like the speech. She explained the terms, gave the examples. Even if I was not able to understand a term, due to the example, I got the meaning.
Yes.
And being a beginner in the stock market, to be honest, I didn't knew some terms. I didn't know the implication.
Implication, yes.
But she explained it to the point where now I know this term, I can use it. So she was to the point. And scope of improvement, I don't think anything. Her speech was so good, but if a little bit of improvement, she definitely delivered so good. But somewhere she referred to the definitions, she did through it. If that is a thing that can be improved, always it was so good.
Okay. So Rachna, more or less, I mean, no, not that much of improvement. So it was definitely fantastic. What I liked most was like she gave this example of SBI, and she was very apt in saying that there is no science or that you have to be invested. You have to find your own way to see the market. The second thing that she said was like, that you should not invest in some unknown companies and all. So if you are a beginner, try to go ahead with the companies which you see or which you know on a daily basis kind of thing. And she gave the example of Nestle, or for that matter, Patanjali, and also in that way, it was great. Maybe when we have someone like Rachna and when you are speaking, obviously we were expecting more of your that international touch was not there. So that one point should have been there. But rest, yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. The best part was personalizing the entire experience. So, where she has given her example. So this is what I am doing, for example, I did this and this, that. Maybe next, kya naam hai unka, Ranade? So Rachna Vyas is going to be the next Rachna Ranade. It was fantastic. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Take care. Yeah. Then Sajida.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Hi.
So I'm able to hear?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sajida. My today's topic is about number of young investor investing in the stock market. Okay. So already everyone has covered all the topics, but I have some views on stock market, so I'm being sharing here. So nowadays, we all are just running behind the money. For that, some of them are doing jobs, business, because it's a need of our life, right? And some of them are also investing in stock market. And why? Because it's we get higher returns, right? And it's easy also. So for that, I have noted some points here. Okay, so I'm going to share with you all. The first one is, understand the stock market. It is very, very first step in the stock market. You should know the process of trading. You should know the which stock is right for you. Okay, and also you should know, you should go and check the financial statements of the companies, the profit and loss, that how company is growing and what was the loss for the company, and in future you have to, not in the future, in current situation also, that you have to buy that stock or not. So and the second is, choose the choose stock of established company. Like everyone has said that the brand company and the small, that whatever, that you all know, that everyone has shared that point as well. So we'll not waste your time and we'll not go into that deep. So we'll just cover the points. And avoid hasty investment decision to protect your money. It is important to understand the technical terminologies and the basic of the stock market trading. Okay, and the next, you must define your risk, profit, and investment goals clearly to succeed. Investing is a better option for a new investors. If you cannot give enough time to the stock market, it is advisor to invest in a mutual fund, like mutual fund, that how Shivanjali has already explained. Okay. Start analyzing and identifying potential stocks, like as I said before, that understand the company's background and everything. Understand risk, profit, and invest goals. If you it can be, the goals can be short term, long term, and the midterm. I would suggest go for a long term. And if you remember, if you want to earn high returns in a short time, then remember that high risk will be there. Okay, you should not forget that risk will be there. Start with a small capital, right? So will not be a most what do you call, loss will be there. So don't make decision with emotionally. Whenever we flow into that emotion, we leave our track. बोलते हैं ना, दिल का दरिया बह ही गया तो सब कुछ बह जाएगा उसमें. So make your decisions correctly. You have to be stay over there. Okay, so you should not leave your track and you should move ahead only. So having said that, if you are not understanding that stock and everything, so you can go to the websites as well. There are Money Control, Economic Times, Business Standard, BSE India, many of them. If you go and Google yourself, you will get list of the stocks and you will get the list of the website. You will get the books as well. You will get the, it will refer you to the YouTube as well, like Rachna Ranade and Pranjal. But there are many of there who who explain detailed information about the stock as well. And
I think some network issue. I think there's some network issue. So everybody is done with the presentation, right? Okay, so last few remarks from my side. Okay, so How was the activity, by the way? It was good? Useful? Helpful? You know, see, so the idea is to enable you in a way that, you know, at any given point of time, if there is any opportunity, you come across as someone who has that expertise in something. Okay, we'll do one such activity even in the later part as well. Sajida, are you done or like?
Or actually, I had only one point, you know, that the power cut off, so that my Wi-Fi got disconnected.
Okay.
So I was saying that when you come to know that you have read everything that about the stock and all, so if you are still unsure that which one I should buy, you can refer to the brokers like Broking House, Zero, the Upstocks and everything. So you can go with it. So that's it.
Okay, what about the feedback?
Shivanjali from the online and Radha from the offline.
Okay.
Her speech is good. She is a conversational student.
Yeah.
The improvement is her content is not that much satisfied because of the content of her practical.
So it was more of a theory kind of thing.
Right. Overall is good. Confidence.
So Sajida, you got the points?
Yes, I got it.
So overall it was good. She's appreciating your confidence, your delivery. But maybe what she's saying is that somewhere, you know, the points were not practical. I mean, it was good in theory, but then there is a lack, like how we are going to implement this. Okay?
Yeah.
Attention, she used the word that being everyone sometimes what happens, many of them while listening they get distracted.
Yes.
If they listen something like this, then they are going to
Again, yes.
That was there.
So one comment has come from Anita that, you know, you really have that talent to get the attention of the people. So that is something which is very positive. Very good.
Thank you.
Shivanjali, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, speech was really very good. I like her confidence, the way she speaks, and improvement is nothing. Just more example should be there to understand what the real concept she want to explain. That's it. Overall content was very good.
Sajida, you know, you should never start a speech with some kind of you know, some kind of I'm not able to get that term, but you know, don't say like, you know, everybody has covered this point or that point and all. See, you are going to be a speaker in your own zone. This is what we have decided. So this is a class activity. So maybe yes, everybody will talk about that. So don't give any kind of disclaimer that everybody has talked about this. So no, rather you can say, yes, this has been the most talked topic for the day. I see that everybody from the class. So actually, you know, we had been given two topics, but what I see that, you know, each one of us has taken the same topic, so we can understand the value or maybe the impact of this topic. I could not register myself as well to speak on the same topic. So guys, I'm with you all on this with the same topic. Now, these are the few that these are my takes on the topic. You go ahead with this. Don't say every point has been covered. I don't know what I will add from my side, or, you know, but so you yourself is giving this indication that you are not going to talk something new. Okay, we refrain from all these things. Definitely you can, I mean, you should say it in this way that, so, you know, okay, so I am the last speaker for the day. So I really have a lot of challenge to, you know, get across all my points, because you must have heard everything from everybody. So we were given these two topics. I had gone ahead with this topic. So class, I am there with you, or class, I am there on your side on this topic. These are my points, or these are my takes on this given point. Okay. Don't assume that everybody knows and all. Just
yeah, okay.
Okay, you have to create
sir.
your own impact. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, great. Now, just to conclude, so whenever you are going to talk on such topics or in such kind of discussions, there are certain things that you need to follow, and those things are just a second. So the first thing what you should do is that you should gather information related to topic. So try to gather as much as information you can. Okay. So that is the first step you should do. The second step is that look for the relevant content. What are the points which are more relevant with the given topic or the given context? So for example, this was more of a classroom activity. Now, here we had to make an impact that what are the 10 suggestions that I can give this to the class. So for this, first of all, you should look for various information, maybe going to the Google. So what are the 10 tips for the young investors? What is the market size of the young investor? What is the ratio of investors? Something like this. So you should collect all this information. Then come to the topic point of view or the context point of view, that because it's a classroom activity. So what I should be talking more of. So maybe my topic should be more of a teaching point of view, or maybe more of a suggestions point of view. And since this is a class activity, so in a way, more or less, everybody is the beginner in this field. So let us keep it simple. So that kind of thought has to be there while looking for the relevant content. So you have a bucket of information. From that, you have got something which is relevant to the content. Then the third thing is that you should look for how you are going to present the content. So ways of content presentation. So you should first identify whether it is going to be a speech, whether it is going to be some kind of activity, whether it is going to be a mix of both activity plus presentation. Maybe you are going to deliver through whiteboard, or you are going to deliver through a PPT, or maybe just a monologue kind of thing, coming and talking about maybe the offline students, and even from from online as well. So for example, when you are going to present, maybe I was expecting either from the offline or the online to ask for the whiteboard. Maybe what you should do is like you should write down first all the keywords that you are going to use. So maybe if somebody has used something called as a split stock, there is something called as penny stocks. What is the meaning of options? So maybe if there are such 7-8 such content words or keywords, you should write down them first, so that the people will always look at that whiteboard or your screen, that okay, these are the relevant words that she's going to explain throughout her speech, right? So people will get attracted to that. So you should look for that. Okay. You should have your own comments. What is the meaning of comments? So you know what is commentary? You know there is something called as commentary. What is commentary? Huh? Review. Commentary is not review. So
expressing our views on the topic.
Sorry.
Your views on the topic.
Rachna, come again.
Expressing our views on the topic.
Yes. Yes. So maybe you have got all the input from various portals, various sites, but then what is your what is your point of view on that? How you are going to present that? How you think this is going to be relevant? For example, we have discussed so much, but the moment she gave her own example of SBI, now that is something which is original in nature, and comment is always original. And commentary, it's like describing the things in your own way. We have always seen or heard this commentary for cricket matches or football matches that are, those are being played on the TV and all. So comment means that you may get all the information, you have classified the information, now you have decided to give the presentation, but then it should come with your own comments, with your own experience, with your own views, right? So for example, there is a fact that 54% investors are in the age bracket of 20 to 25, for example. Now, what is your opinion on this? What this figure talks about? So maybe you can say that, yes, it is really great to see our young people investing so much in the market. It's somewhere it shows that, we are so much, I think there was one word which was used from somebody, money-minded. Don't use this word money-minded. I don't know. There was this word. I think Sajida has used, or maybe somebody, you said that people have become money-minded. No. Money-minded is not a good word. It's a, I mean, in a casual discussion, you can always use this, but not in a formal discussion. Anyway, so coming back to this, so maybe you can say that now, rather you can say that, people have become more disciplined as far as money is concerned, rather than saying that money-minded. So now people want to know that where they are investing or where they are spending, from where they can save. It's a good thing. In India, you will be surprised to know that even less than 1% people can file their ITR on their own. Whereas government has made a lot of changes, it's just a Saral page, yeah, some Sahaj page. They have come with some concept called Sahaj or Saral, just a one page kind of thing. But still, we are not that confident. We are not confident that, yes, I will file this return and I will get my money back. No. So that is the kind of confidence we have as far as finance is concerned. In a country like this, if you are getting young people in the age bracket of 20 to 25 or 25 to 30 coming forward, investing money, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. It seems that it means that the future is great as far as financial literacy is concerned or financial discipline is concerned. So this is how you should explain. So the same information can be explained in a different manner, in a different context, with a different set of tone and pitch. So what I'm trying to tell you is that have your own comments, explain with your own thoughts, okay? And then the last one is choose the best presentation tool. So, once you know that I'm going to present this through PPT, or once you know that I'm going to present this through some activity, some props, some things, then choose the best tool, whatever is there. Okay. The third one is you need to decide which one is going to be the best. The fifth one is that choosing the best. Okay. So these are the 5 points that you should keep in your mind when you are going for any such discussion in the class. Okay. Any question? Any question from anybody?
No, sir.
Aditya, you are back? Okay, so this is all for the day. If you have any question, you can ask me. So just to recap, till now we have covered 4 topics, 4 lectures. The first one was, so what was the name of, the first one was Soft Skills Foundation. Okay, the second one was Cardinals of Communication. The third, owning your communication. And the fourth one is curating and perfecting communication. The fifth one will be about your resume preparation. Okay. So we will be having 2 sessions on resume. It's along with resume, it will be more of business writing, email writing, because email is something which is very critical. We have been getting some feedback that, you know, your students are not good in email writing. So we will be discussing that as well. We will discuss what is direct mail, what is indirect email, and all these things. Okay. So 2 lectures will go on that. After that, we will be having your interview preparation. Okay. Maybe we will do one topic on GD as well, because now the offline recruitment has started. Now the companies have started going for this walk-in kind of thing. So there may be a possibility that they will do again GD and all. So we'll discuss about group discussion as well. Then we'll go ahead with the interview preparation and then HR mocks. Okay. So anything apart from this, any question? So this is why I have shared that workbook. You should complete that workbook on your own. If at any given point of time, if you need any suggestion, let me know. Today I have given one assignment as well. So this assignment is about 2 speech submission. Okay. Now it is your duty, or it is your responsibility to find out that what assignment I have given. So go through each and every page of that particular attachment. I have not mentioned anything that go to this page or that page. The idea is that I want you to explore, because I have seen that more of spoon feeding is spoiling you all. Okay. So at least this will give you an opportunity to go through all the pages.
So we need to take a printout of the workbook, the assignment which you have given, or
what is the assignment? What is the assignment I have given?
The pre-test and everything. There are many questions.
That is for your internal consumption.
Because you've also given the assignment submission link. So how do we do that then?
What is the subject line of the email?
1 second, sir.
Speech submission. So now it means that there is something we have to do, something called as speech submission, right?
Okay.
Now,
sir.
Once you go through that entire workbook, you will come to know what I'm saying. So what I want is that you should connect the dots to reach to the end point. I should not explain everything now. So if you remember the first email that I had sent about YouTube on this YouTube link on this elevator, there I have described everything. But now I do not want to do that, because that was the first lecture. Now I want you to think. I want you to do your own research. Okay? At least spend 5-10 minutes on soft skills as well, no? Because this is going to stay with you for lifetime. Right? Any other question from anybody?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So everything is done. So thank you and wish you all the best. Take care and have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir. Same to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.